Hey guys, it's Kazureki Cats and Camera, and today I'm doing my July book haul. So in July I got 9 things, and here are the things. So first of all, in June for Pride Month, the Queer Book Box, which is a book subscription box that exists in England, we're doing a promotion where all of their boxes were only £5 with free P&P, so I was like, you know what, why not? I would never buy a book box normally, but when it's a £5, I'll give it a go. And the book I got in that was Girls, what's it called again? It's in my hand. Girl Meets Boy by Ali Smith. This doesn't sound LGBT from the title, but from what I can tell from the back, it's about gender. So that'll be fun. That's pretty much all I know from the back. It's kind of fla-di-da, blah-di-blah on the back, so I have no idea what it's about. I mean, let me just read this bit. It says something about a joyful metamorphosis and the kind of fluidity that can't be bottled and sold. So I didn't really tell you a lot, but with the fluid thing, I'm pretty sure it's about gender and it being fluid. So yeah, this will be an interesting read. I've never heard of it before, and now I own it, so there you go. Next up, I have 3 Harmony Ink books. As you can tell if you've been here a while, these are Harmony Ink books. They're all LGBT plus books, and it's a small publishing thing, so I like to get them when they're cheap. The first one I have is The Battle for Jericho by Jean Grant. This is about these 2 guys that move in together and are trying to sue the state for the gay adoption ban, and then our main character breaks into their house with one of his friends to try and mess it up a bit, ends up hurting one of them, and when he goes back to apologise, he becomes friends with them and realises that he likes girls and boys and tries to figure that out with his conservative life. It sounds really interesting, to be honest, so yeah, that's always a good one. I also have Borrowed Boy by Jean Grant. This is about a boy that's just living his best life, and then some FBI agents turn up at his door and he finds out it was actually stolen as a baby and sold into adoption illegally. So he's kind of potentially being made to be forced to go and live with this family that he's never met before, where he already has a great family that he loves, and he doesn't know what's going on and how to feel about that. And then in the midst of that, he also likes his boy, so it seems like the LGBT aspect of this is not the main storyline, so that will always be a fun one rather than it just being a coming of age acceptance of the sexuality. He's also got this whole family parental thing going on as well. And I also have Swimming to Freedom by Robbie Michaels. This is about a boy that really likes swimming, and then his father turns it into a chore by forcing him to try and participate in competitions to become an Olympic athlete. Him and this other boy fall for each other while they're swimming, and it seems like there's going to be quite a few harrowing things that go on to this. If the back is anything to go by, where his father finds out, he gets kicked out of his house and all that sort of business. So you know what I'm like with harrowing books, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Next up, I have The Size of the Truth by Andrew Smith. Now, if you were around in the reading rush, I did my vlog and I did one of the challenges, and I found out that this book had gone down to like a £5 or £6 or something like that brand new, so I thought I would get it because this is the only Andrew Smith book that I haven't read. It came out a few months ago, but it was like £13 or £14 for a book this thin. I was like, no thanks. But it went down, so I got it, and I'm going to read it this month. This follows Sam, who is a character in Standoff, which is the second book in the Winger duology, and all I know about it is that it's stuck in a hole for several days. Sandra Smith, don't need to know anything else. Next up, the wonderful McKinley, I will leave her Instagram down below, had a giveaway where she was giving away some copies of Red, White and Royal Blue, and I was one of the winners, so here it is, by Casey McQuiston. This is quite a recent release, so you know your girl wouldn't have been buying it herself for like £13 brand new for a paperback, no thanks, but it was a gift, so I have it and I'm reading it this month. All I know about this is that it's about an American and Wales, Prince of Wales, something like that. I know there's some sort of royalty involved, and an American and a person from Wales and politics and gay. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. Either people love it or people say, oh, it's really bad. I've heard a few, I really didn't like it, and then I've heard a million, it's amazing, so we shall see. You know, I've read a lot of gay romance, so we shall see what my thoughts are. Next up, I have Tin Man by Sarah Winman. I like that. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name. I just thought it was funny when I was reading it. Tin Man, Winman. I found this for 50p on the market, so I grabbed it. I don't really know much about this. I know it's LGBT, I know people seem to like it, I know it's about two boys that become men and then someone called Annie walks into their life. I didn't know that, I just read it from the back right now. And it's quite thin, so yeah, we shall see. 50p, I couldn't have said no, it's perfect condition, look. Next up, during a conversation with my sister, I realised that this had a hard copy and I didn't know. I had it on Kindle, but you know, apparently, well definitely it's in my hand, but The Missing Branch by Kay MacLeod, you can get physical. So obviously I had to because it's my sister's book. This is a novella which is part of the Bulwick novellas. It's an anthology. It's kind of based in this series by this specific author, and then a bunch of other authors did a little storyline to go with it. And this is great. I'm not just saying that because it's my sister. It's like paranormal romance. It's something that she would never have wrote on her own, but it's actually really great and you should read it. And there's a witch and there's romance and it's paranormal, but it's also really twisty and weird and cool and wonderful and really short, so definitely get it and read it. This follows a girl, Izzy, who hops on across the pond to America to try and figure out her family tree, and there she ends up in this Bulwark place and everyone's really weird and acting really suspicious and strange. She meets this guy Matt who's pretty chill and fun and nice, but then there's weird stuff happening and there's this weird house and a weird witchy type essence coming from the house. You should read it, it's really good and short, and do it. And last but not least, I have Runaways Volume 7, Live Fast. I actually went on a little bit of a binge to get a bunch of the Runaway volumes because they're really cheap and I only had like 1, 2 and 3 and then 9 randomly. So next month definitely you will see some more volumes of this as they arrive at my house. This is Volume 7. I don't know anything about it because it's Volume 7, but the Runaways are a group of kids that find out that their parents are all part of this evil organisation, and then they run away and trying to stop them, and one of them has a raptor for a pet because why wouldn't you? This is the sort of artwork in here. I've just opened it to the first page so I don't ruin it for myself, but there you go. So there we go, those were all the books that I got in July. A lot of little thin guys, a couple of bigger guys, lots of gay. That's what my hauls normally look like, to be fair. Not anything different, is it? So let me know down below what you picked up in July, or if you've read any of these, let me know what you thought of them, but without spoilers obviously. Let me know down below. If this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of my others, and if you continue to enjoy them, please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a few days with another video. Bye.